Welcome. I'm Sophia from Lipstick Junkie Forever, and I thought today we could chat about some high-end makeup items that I really wish I'd purchased sooner. These are items that are released months or years ago, and for whatever reason, I didn't purchase them. Those reasons were probably too expensive, or I already have too many items that are similar in my collection, or how good could they be? Turns out they were pretty good. The first item I want to talk about is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. I love this product. I love the packaging on it. Look how beautiful that is. But I was never willing to pay $50-something for the packaging, and I really didn't feel like the bronzer inside would have been that different from the high-end bronzers I've purchased in the past and experienced in the past. My issue with bronzers is that I tend to be very fair if I'm not fake tanned, and even if I'm fake tanned, I'm about a light or light medium. And so a lot of bronzers, even the lightest shades and ranges, high-end or drugstore, tended to be too pigmented and too muddy on me, and I was never able to blend those out well enough for me to look good. I've had to completely take off all my makeup and redo them, and sometimes forego bronzer completely because I just didn't have good luck with bronzers until this beauty came along in my life not too long ago. This works on me whether I'm fake tanned or not. If I'm fake tanned, I just use more layers, and this isn't even the lightest shade in the range. This is the shade medium. And if I'm fake tan, I just put on more layers. But absolutely love it, absolutely recommend it. If this were to be something that I ever used up, I mean, there's 16 grams of product in this. If I ever were to use this up, I would buy the refill for this because there are refills. Absolutely love it, highly recommend it. Try to get it on sale though. The next item I want to talk about is the bareMinerals Gen Nude Blonzer. I am so sad that I did not buy this product when I first heard about it. When I first heard about it, it was limited edition and it was touted as being a combo bronzer and a blush. And I figured I already have bad luck with bronzer, plus have tons of those. And I have over 100 blushes, so I figured, why do I need yet another blush in my collection? I am glad that I have this in my collection. Now I have the shade Kiss of Copper. This also comes in Kiss of Pink and Kiss of Rose. I really want Kiss of Pink, but it's always sold out. So one day I will get my hands on it. It is now permanent, I believe. I absolutely love this because it is exactly what Kelly Gooch described it as. She said that it literally gives you the look of having a sunburn. A light sunburn, nothing extreme, a light sunburn on your cheeks, over the nose if you put it there, and it really does. I don't allow myself to get a sunburn anymore. Those were the days, huh? I don't allow to get myself a sunburn anymore, so I don't get that look, but this really does imitate that really well. There's something magical about this blush, and if I were to lose it, I would be the first one on the wait list on Sephora trying to get it again. I'm already waiting for Kiss of Pink, so I can't wait to get my hands on that. I highly recommend this one. I think you should get it. The next item I love, and I really wish I would purchase this before, but I didn't because I thought, one powder is the same as every other powder, is the Rare Beauty, hold on, I have the name for it. It's the Always an Optimist Soft Radiance Setting Powder. There we go, I got it. This is in the shade Light. This is one of 5 shades, so I'm really glad that they do that because I've had translucent, quote unquote, shades actually not be so translucent. They made my foundation darker and look muddier to the point where I've had to remove foundation in all my makeup because it was just looking like I was very muddy and didn't know how to match my foundation to my skin. A lot of powders also in the past that I've tried, and I've tried a ton. I've had powders sent to me. I've had powders that I've purchased. A lot of powders tend to dry out my skin and make me look older and crepey. And I don't want that. That's not what I'm looking for. I don't want to look older. I don't want my powder to look like I'm wearing powder. I don't want to have this heavy layer of makeup. And in the past, I've had to finish my makeup and rehydrate my skin because my skin was just looking too dry. I don't have that issue with this powder because what it does is it sets the makeup, blurs my skin. It's lovely and beautiful, does not darken my foundation. It smooths everything, but it does its job. It sets its makeup and allows me to go over the powder this powder with other powder products without causing patchiness, but at the same time does not suck all the moisture out of my skin and make me look like a raisin. I'm just a nice, juicy, plump grape. And I love it. I don't want that raisin look. I'm really not looking for it. And I feel like this powder is amazing for it. I highly recommend it. It's super finely milled, very beautiful, and not very expensive at all. The next item I regret not purchasing when these first launched is the Patrick Ta Double Take Crème and Powder Blush Duos. I absolutely love this, but I didn't buy it when it first launched because I figured it's more blush. I already had a ton of blush. As I said, I have over 100 in my collection, and I figured, you know what, it's lovely, but I've got cream blushes, I've got powder blushes, and I didn't necessarily love the cream products that I had, and I figured cream products are cream products, you know, it's gonna be probably the same thing. I was wrong. I admit to it. I was absolutely wrong. I cannot tell you how much I regret not buying this before, because this is beautiful. First of all, you get 2 blushes in one packaging, and that is about what I think it's $34 for this item. You get a powder blush on the bottom and a cream product on top. And there's this little cover, this little plastic window on top to protect it, which is great. It doesn't dry out. And on top of that, the blush, the powder blush doesn't get in. I love that. I love the concept. I love that I get 2 of them. This is lovely. I love the shade, and I love the fact that it is lovely and buildable. And you can use them separately. You can use them together. Did I say I love that enough times? I really love that. I love that I get to use 2 complementary shades. If I really feel like having powder that day, I wear powder. If I feel like having cream on my cheeks that day and getting that nice glowy look that cream product will bring, I do that. You can wear this with the powder on top of the cream or the cream on top of the powder. It works both ways. I find that if you put the powder on first and then put the cream on top, it will make it a lot punchier. So if you're more of the person who likes less punch, go with just one of those, or just experiment. Honestly, you've got blush. You've got enough to experiment with. What I really like is that both formulas actually stay on the skin throughout the day without wearing down immediately. And I'm the kind of person on whom makeup, if I don't set it really, really well, will just disappear. I don't know where it goes, but up, poof, up in the air. Absolutely recommend that you try both of these individually because they look stunning. And the best part is that usually with cream products, if your hair gets on it and you remove the hair, it just leaves a streak. That doesn't happen with this for me. It doesn't get, my hair does not get stuck on it. I am wearing it today. It looks absolutely stunning. And I'm not wearing a highlighter because all I really need is the cream on top. It gives you that nice glowy look, but without a highlighter. I've kind of pulled away from wearing highlighters because I find that they can be a little bit too much for me. Absolutely love this, absolutely recommend it. And the final item I wish I'd purchased when this first launched, or when I first heard people talking about how amazing it was, is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray. I love this stuff. This is phenomenal. This is definitely fly money fly material. Incredible. And I will keep buying this, even though the main reason I got it is no longer something I have to worry about, namely masks. We no longer wear masks, but I got this when we had to wear masks. And every time I needed to go out in public after putting on my makeup, I would douse myself in the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And don't get me wrong, I love that setting spray and I will keep buying that setting spray, but it does not compare to even this. I would just douse myself in All Nighter. I would wait for it to dry. I would put my mask over it, get into the Uber or Lyft or bus or train to get to my destination. And when I got there, makeup would have rubbed off the bridge of my nose and my cheeks, and so I had to go to the bathroom or stand on the side of the street, try to reapply a little bit, even it out, and it never looked perfect. I do not have to worry about that with this. I didn't have to worry about that with this. I put this on. I do put on quite a bit of it. I think I put on about 4 sprays of it, 4 or 5 sprays, and then it works like hairspray for the face. It literally just it must bind the makeup to your skin because it is that amazing. I would put this on whenever I needed to look flawless at my destination, whatever it may have been. And when I took the mask off, nothing would have budged. Not a tiny bit. Nothing was coming off onto the mask. It was amazing. It was incredible. At this point, this is even like white pillowcase tested. Nothing comes off. Incredible. I highly recommend it. I will keep buying this. This is not my first bottle. I know it looks full. It's because it's not my first bottle. And I cannot get my hands on the larger bottle no matter how hard I try. I'm probably going to have to buy it off Charlotte Tilbury's website because otherwise it's just not available anywhere else. Really highly recommend this one. And for those of you who stuck around, I have a bonus one. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Luxury Palette and Pillow Talk. I know everybody's got this at this point, but I didn't. And I didn't have it because I thought it was expensive. I still think it's expensive, but it's a really beautiful formula. But more importantly, the shades are really, really pretty. I'm wearing them today. They look very romantic, very soft, and basically they look good with everything. This is something that I would definitely travel with. This is something that I will definitely have in like a makeup bag that I carry around everywhere because it goes with everything. It's just foolproof at this point. And if either one of these shades runs out, I will have to buy a whole one again. And that's actually the reason I didn't buy it before, because I thought it was so expensive for something that looked very basic. But there's something about it where when you wear it, it's just magical. My eyes look beautiful. I'm wearing it today. I can't live without it anymore. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know if there's anything that you purchased long after its release but regret that you waited that long.